So My Hero Academia has a lot of interesting characters, right? But not all of them are in the My Hero 1 Justice series. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we're doing another episode of the How They Can Work series. In this series, we look at characters that are not My Hero 1 Justice 2, and we try to break them down to create movesets for them, so hopefully one day they will become a playable character. So for today's video, we are looking at the character Toru Hagakure from Class 1A. And I know some people may not think she will be able to work because she's always invisible and, you can't see her, so how is she going to be a playable character? Well, I think I came up with a way for her to be a playable character and it will make her work in the game. But before we begin, I just wanted to warn you guys about some spoilers from My Hero Academia Season 5 Episode 6. I just wanted to warn you about those spoilers real quick because the episode did just come out, so just in case you haven't seen that episode yet and you don't want to be spoiled, I just wanted to warn you real quick that there will be some spoilers from that episode. So just in case you didn't see it, just know there were some spoilers from that episode in this video. So in the My Hero 1's Justice series, each character usually has a normal attack, a red attack or an unblockable, a yellow attack or an armor attack, and they also have a quirk 1, a side quirk 1, a quirk 2, and a side quirk 2, and they also have a plus ultra level 1, 2, and 3. But in this series, we don't look at the normal attack because it's usually just the same punch or kick, and we don't look at the plus ultra level 3 because it's just 3 plus ultra level 1s combined into one big attack. So we only look at the unique things in this series. So yeah, that's how the series works. So let's just dive into this moveset. So Hagakure's quirk is called Invisibility, and it allows her to basically be invisible. It also allows her to warp and refract light through her body, but the main gimmick of it is she's invisible. So I know some people might not think she could work because she's always invisible, so the opponent would be at a disadvantage because they would barely be able to see her, and that is fair. She is invisible and it's kind of hard to see her because her hero costume is only some gloves and boots. So I thought one thing they could do is she would have a glowing effect around her to see her better. So that way she can wear her hero costume and it would make it fair for the opponent because then the opponent would be able to see her better, and actually the player using Hagakure would be able to see her better too. So I think it would work well overall because, again, her hero costume is only some gloves and boots, so it's kind of hard for the opponent to see, and it's also kind of hard for the player to see as well, so I think that would work out. So for quirk 1, I have it labeled Invisible Stealth. What would happen is a flash of light would happen to get rid of the glowing effect, and it would also take off the outfit as well, and she would go invisible for about 10 seconds. It goes away when she attacks or is attacked, and a flash of light would happen to return her back to normal. Her outfit would return and the glowing effect would also return. When she is completely invisible, the opponent can't see her, but the player using her can see her, but the glow effect would be gone. So basically, she would just be in her normal hero costume without the glow effect. How this is balanced is the animation for her to go invisible will leave her open, so while that flash of light is happening, you can attack her to cancel the animation and do a combo. Also, even when she is invisible, if she dashes, the opponent can see when she is dashing, so you want to kind of approach the opponent kind of slowly. You want to be stealthy. That's the whole point of Hagakure. She's kind of like the stealth hero, so you want to try to be, stealthy and sneak up on the opponent. I think this quirk works because she is able to use her invisibility to the fullest, being able to sneak up on an opponent and start a combo, and I also think it's good because, again, it allows her to start a combo, and it just lets her be, the stealth hero, Invisible Girl. So I think that works out pretty well. So for side quirk 1, I have it labeled I'm Not Telling. This is where Hagakure attacks the opponent with a barrage of punches, and that's basically just good for combos and stuff. It's just a couple of punches, good for doing damage and stuff. And if you click the button again while this is happening, she does an extra punch like Tetsu Tetsu. Like, how in Tetsu Tetsu's moveset he has a quirk special where if you click the button again while he is doing that quirk special, he hits the opponent with his knee. Well, it would be like that for Hagakure, except instead of hitting the opponent with her knee, it's a punch. And the extra punch would be a punch that would knock the opponent into the air a bit, so it could be good for extending, combos even more, so you can use different attacks to link up with this attack. And I think this side quirk 1 is just overall good for just extending combos. That's basically the point of it, just allowing her to have some combo potential as well, and I think the side quirk 1 works. So for quirk 2, I have it labeled Warp Refraction. This is where she flashes a medium-sized light which can cause a stun. If the opponent's near the flash when it happens, it can stun the opponent, but if she misses the attack, it leaves her open, so it's also pretty balanced as well. And basically, it's a good way to give her a stun and also allow her to use one of her ultimate attacks from the series, Warp Refraction. And for her side quirk 2, I have it labeled Sneaky Grab. This is where Hagakure rushes at the opponent and grabs the opponent with her glove, and then she would punch the opponent with the other glove and knock them away. If you hold it, it could be a red attack, and it can also cause a wall splatter if they're close enough to a wall. So for her red attack, I have it where she would punch the opponent in the face, and for her yellow attack, I have it where she could do like a wind up punch, and basically, while the yellow attack is happening, she's kind of like, winding up her arm. Overall, I think these two attacks would be pretty unique to Hagakure, and I think they would be pretty interesting to see. And for her level 1, I have it where Hagakure goes invisible and hits the opponent multiple times while she is invisible, and the final punch would hit the opponent away. A bonus about this level 1 is she stays invisible after she uses the level 1. Again, it would be like her quirk 1 where she is only invisible for about 10 seconds, and if she attacks or is attacked, the effect goes away. I think this level 1 works out pretty well because, she's invisible, so it uses her, ability to be invisible, and it also uses her ability to sneak up on an opponent and attack the opponent with a couple of punches. So overall, I think this works out pretty well. This could also be a reference to the time when she fought against the Class 1B student manga during the joint training arc. And for her level 2, I have it where the animation can start with Hagakure jumping into the air, and she would spin around and use her ultimate move, Warp Refraction. Then the camera would cut to the opponent who is looking away from the light, and once the light disappears, the opponent would look back over and try to find Hagakure, but they can't find her. Then the camera would cut to the opponent who is now getting hit from out of nowhere multiple times, and that's basically Hagakure punching the opponent. The camera would then cut to Hagakure, who is winding up a punch now while the opponent is kind of dazed after getting hit so many times, and then Hagakure would finish the animation by hitting the opponent in the face, knocking them to the ground, and a flash of light would happen, and she would be back in her outfit and she would give a peace sign. Overall, I think this level 2 animation works because it's flashy enough for Hagakure, and it allows her to be invisible, use one of her ultimate attacks, which is Warp Refraction, and basically just do what a level 2 does, be a really cool animation and do a good amount of damage. Overall, I think this moveset works out because it allows her to be, a fair playable character, and it also allows her to use her main gimmick, which is sneaking up on an opponent, and it also is pretty interesting because it kind of brings like a new type of playstyle to the game where, she tries to sneak up on an opponent and start a combo. So basically, I think it would work out pretty well because it uses everything we've seen from Hagakure, with her invisibility and being able to refract light and stuff, and I think it would make a pretty interesting character and a pretty fair one if she does have that glow effect because, again, it would make it fair for the opponent, and it would also help the player who's playing Hagakure see her better because, if the opponent can barely see her, I'm pretty sure the player would have a hard time seeing her as well to actually use her. So overall, I think it would work out for her to have that glow effect for both the opponent and the player. But if you guys would like to see a specific character in this series, let me know down in the comments below. I'd be happy to try to create a moveset for that character. And if you guys did enjoy, please like and subscribe. That would be amazing. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Later.